Okay, today we are here with one of our Team New Vision selling partners, Stacey Phan. Stacey, so how long, as you know, the reason we are doing this video interview because I get phone calls and texts and private message from many real estate agents. They're talking about the market is changing. It seems hard to do it. They get scared. Some of them actually getting a job. They're actually quitting the industry. Don't know what to do. And then when I look at you, and then everybody talking about real estate is so busy. They have no time for their family. But then when I look at you, I was like, wow, you block out your weekends and your nights and weekends. You spend with your family. You have a 6 or 8 years old. Six years old daughter, Riley. You take care of them. So when I look at it, at least from the service, right, I look at, wow, I see your production, you are netting multiple six-figure income, you are making a lot of money, and also you actually have the time to spend with the family. Isn't it sad, right? There's only two types of agents. The one that makes money and have no life, and the one that have a lot of time and has no money. Well, that kind of sucks. Either way, it sucks, right? If you have a lot of money and you have no time, then what's the point?
Yeah.
Right? And then if you have a lot of time and there's no money, I'm like, that's really bad. You know what I mean? Like, what are you gonna do? So that's the point of this conversation here. Okay? All right. So share a bit your experience. You know, where you came from, like what happened before and after your experience working with the team, basically.
Yeah, so I started with Team New Vision over about 2.5 years now, and prior to that I was with Keller Williams and a few other brokerages, more of the solo agent, where I had to do a lot of my own prospecting, finding my own clients and trying to, think about when I'm going to get the next buyer. So fortunately I was introduced to Rudy's team, and from them on, I've been pretty and very thankful that working with this team has actually allowed me to save a lot of times and spend a lot of times with my family and especially my daughter. So again, because the leads just comes where I don't really have to go and search for my next buyer or for my next client. So I was very fortunate with that.
Okay, let's talk about that, Stacey, because in our marketing campaign, on our recruiting message, we keep on talking about netting multiple six-figure income. There's no cold calling, no prospecting, no door knocking. It sounds too good to be true. Or maybe, I don't know, what were you thinking before? Let's go back almost 2.5 years ago when you first heard the message, right? Hey, Stacey, join the team. There's no cold calling, no prospecting, no door knocking, making 100,000 or more. And like, what's going on in your mind?
Yeah, so I've never heard of that actually before I started with this team, because all the other brokerages I work with, I work with like 3, and they're all pretty much the same, where you go in, even though they say there's mentors for you, they coach you and stuff, but as far as leads, you really have to kind of do it on your own, Everything was, there's really no one helping you or leading you, getting these leads for you. So everything was pretty much on your own, or you have to spend a lot of time on, door knocking, cold calling, and just doing a lot of marketing your own.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. So here, because many real estate agents who's watching this and they're calling me and they're talking to each other, like, is it really that, like, how can it be? How can, it sounds too good to be true, right?
Yeah.
Even when you say it just now, are you serious? There's thousands of real estate companies here in town, right? Are you really, like, can you explain more? Let's talk more about it from your perspective, because I think people already heard from me. Like, how can it be? How can you, so literally you just show up in a buyers and listing appointments? Like, can you explain, like, can you describe your day-to-day, like, because it really sounds too good to be true. Yeah, they don't believe me, maybe they believe you.
Yeah, so it is true. Like, so when I was introduced to Rudy's team, I mean, when my, coworker, which was I used to work with, and he told me, this company actually gives you leads, and I was quite surprised because
it's not leads, right?
Yeah,
it's not leads.
They're actually clients, and I was kind of in shock. I'm like, how can that be? It was kind of surprising to me. So that's why I joined the team, and from then on, it is really true that, starting with Rudy's team, like, we don't have to, as long as you pass your presentation and you know the system well, you would get leads, and depending on your schedule. So for myself, like, I was, lucky enough to work and kind of balance my work and time for family time. And these clients are actually warm leads, so they're not clients that's just calling and just kind of looking, asking, and not ready to buy. So these clients, buyers and sellers, they're ready to buy. So you just got to really service them, learn their system, and focus on their needs and their wants.
Technically, those are not leads, right? Because leads right now, many companies now, they claim to provide leads, but leads are emails with the name Joe Blow, phone numbers, and that's it. These are appointments. Appointments is the person, the prospective buyers and sellers right in front of us, face to face. So right now, many companies or many teams trying to imitate what we are doing, but those are leads.
Yeah.
Just like on a Remax, right?
Yeah.
We get the lead street.
Yeah.
Have you ever got the lead street? What's the quality of those lead streets, right? And the name sometimes is like Mickey Mouse. The email is like Mickey Mouse at yahoo.com. Like here, when Stacey is talking about leads, what you meant was just this is our live buyers and sellers appointments. The person are actually in front of you. Now let's talk about what does it all means for you and the family, for Riley and stuff. Because most agents, like, if they're busy, then they're busy prospecting, right? So now there's a catch-22 about being successful, having the time, manage with the family and stuff like that. So because you don't have to do any more prospecting, because you spend 100% of your time focus on servicing the clients, and you actually can control your calendars. I know you always block out your Saturday, Sunday, and your weekends, right?
And
so.
my evenings. Yeah.
And your evenings, right? So you work normal hours.
Yeah.
Not only you're making a lot of money, but you actually work like a normal people, right? So, but what does it mean for you and your family being able to not only make money, but have the time as well?
Yeah, I mean, it's great because my daughter's still young, and I wanted to try to spend as much time with her as possible. So, and this with this team, it allows me to do that, where I can kind of focus on my family, and then on the weekdays, so I do block up a lot of my time for my family. She has dancing, she has extra classes that I have to.
What else
take
does she
to.
do? She does dancing, and then
Yeah,
what else?
yeah, she's.
What do you do on Saturday, Sunday, and evenings? Because all I know about Stacey, her calendar's always not available. On Saturday, Sunday, we call Stacey. Hey Stacey, there's a listing appointment, 800,000 listing appointments. Stacey, I'm not available. Don't you see my calendar? But what do you do on Saturday, Sunday, and weekends? Let's talk about your lifestyle, basically, right?
Well, Saturday in the morning, my daughter has dancing. So after the dancing, I try to, we do our family thing. But the regular Saturday, every Saturday she has her dancings, and after that, I just spend time with her, either taking her to, parks or things,
What about last
movies.
weekend? What did you do last weekend?
Last weekend we had, I took her to the light show, the arboretum.
The light show? The light.
The light show.
The light show.
No, the Moonlight Festival at the Arboretum.
Okay.
Yeah, and then just family, get together and stuff like that. Yeah.
Think about it. When we talk about it now, it seems like, okay, it's not a big deal. But think about it. How many real estate agents how many homes did you sell in the last 12 months?
20.
How many real estate agents who sold 20 homes in 12 months? Basically, you are averaging about 2 homes a month, who sell 2 homes a month, and at the same time, have the weekends and evenings with their family. So sometimes we have to put it in perspective, right? How many real estate agents who sold 2 homes a month every month for 2.5 years consistently, and have the nights and weekends? That's not too many. So it's not just about the money. Of course, how many real estate agents who sell 2 homes a month? Of course, there are many. I don't think you are the only one. You know what I mean? I don't think you are the top 5%. But how many agents who can sell 2 homes every single month and have the time in the evenings and the weekends with their family? Now that we are talking about quality lifestyle.
Yeah.
Isn't that the reason why we get licensed to begin with? Right?
Yes.
Most real estate agents, they get licensed because they think they have time and financial freedom. And then once they become in business, when did you first get in business?
2011.
Then can you so what happened between 2011? So 2.5 years ago is when did you join the team? Sorry.
I joined in July of 2015.
So describe life between 2011 and 2015.
Yeah, well, 2011, again, it comes back to where I have to do my own, prospecting, trying to find my own clients, and it was a daily worry, like what's going to happen tomorrow? When can I find, my next client? And always, and do I have time for my family? At that time, my daughter was a lot younger. But now, after joining this team, that fear has been gone because I do balance the time and family together.
Think about it, Stacey. Isn't this crazy? This is the only business that you can be in business for 10 years, or you could be a brand new agent, and these two people have the same worry. Which is what? Where's the next client come from?
Yeah.
This is the craziest business ever on planet Earth.
Right.
Can you imagine if you get a normal job, if you are brand new at your job and you've been in 10 years in your job and every day you face the same challenge? How can that be? It's only in real estate that people with a 10 years experience and a completely brand new agent facing the same challenge every single day. Right? So there gotta be a better way, especially 2019, 2020, as technology becoming more and more advanced, you cannot do that. Right? That's gonna be obsolete. Is there anything else? What else you wanna add as far as your experience working with the team before and after?
Yeah, I mean the team is great. I mean the system really works, and right now I feel like we're working as a team. So before with the other brokers, it was more like just doing everything on your own, where you don't really have a lot of help, where you don't have appointments. But coming into this, it's again the worriness where I don't have to worry about daily when the next appointment, when's the next client, and if I need any help, there's always someone that's willing to help and to lend a helping hand. So that's what I really enjoy with this team.
And that's really cool because when in real estate brokerage, when we talk about independent agent, they really mean it. It's independent agent because you are your own business. That's the reason why you feel like everybody is independent, because by nature, technically, if you're in a traditional business model, then technically one agent and the guy next to it is they're competitors. Yeah. It's just under one roof, right? So just because you are under one roof doesn't make you a team. Yeah. Just now, before we do this live video, I just did a quick overview of our team. When we talk about team here, we are talking about each individual person has a specific role in the transaction. Right. So it's like your body. Which one is more important, your left hand or your right hand? What are you talking about? Which one is more important, our marketing or our inside sales, our admin, our TC, or our outside sales team? No. The reason you feel like there's collaboration, there's more mastermind, because it's designed that way. Yeah. It's because we are all connected by nature. It's designed that way. So when we talk about team system, especially now, Stacey, many people claim to be a team. Yeah. Just because you and I get together, that doesn't make us a team. That makes us a group. And that makes us a crowd. A crowd is not a team. If you checked into a hotel, there's 100 rooms in a hotel, you cannot say this is my Hilton team. Yeah. You barely know who's the guy next to you. Yeah. Right? So that's really good. So if I can transport this video back to you in 2015, what would you tell yourself? And if I can have a time machine, send it back to Stacey 2.5 years ago, right? Or you know what? Let's make it even better. We transport this video to Stacey in 2011, when you first get in business. How about that, right? You first get your license, brand new agent. What's your goal? What's your vision back then? Why did you get your license in 2011?
I thought, the reason why I got my license was, the flexible time. I hear that, you make your own time, you don't have to go 9 to 5, and, you're your own boss. So that's what I like about it, So
then what happened? You don't have 9 to 5. You just have the whole time.
Yeah, I really wish I knew Rudy back then in 2011 when I started, because then I think it would have made me much more successful. But
Yeah.
it's never too late.
That was funny when you say, yeah, you don't have 9 to 5, the time is flexible. Yeah, you have to call people in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
People are calling you on midnight, 7 days
Yeah.
a week, right? So technically the promise, the industry promise is true.
Yeah.
It's just not what you expected. But that's really cool. All right, Stacey, so thanks for sharing. If you have any question, if you've never been to our team, if you like to schedule a backstage tour of our real estate sales team, you want to meet with Stacey, have a one-on-one conversation with Stacey, call 626-789-0159 again for a private backstage tour on how our team system works. If you want to meet with Stacey, you okay with that, right? We didn't have that conversation. We assume she's okay with that. Meet with Stacey. You can pick her brain, have a quick breakfast or lunch. But you know what I like about Stacey? Let's end with this, okay? One more message from you. What you're really good at is your time management, right? Can you share a little thought on that? Because I think your strength, you are highly efficient, productive with your time. You know, so can you share some tips as far as time management?
Well, I try to focus on finding out like my clients, their schedule and when they're available, and I try to kind of block my time and just focusing on the clients that are ready, and spend all their time and just try to do things quickly. And the days that for my own family time, I just block out those time and try to commit to those time.
You know, I like what you just said. When most people talk about life, professional and balanced life, I don't think that's right. You know what you just said just now? You always be present 100% of the time. When you are that's why you always very strict with your schedule, because when you are with the clients, you are there with your clients. You are present with your clients. When you are with your family, you are there with your family, right? And that's one of the principle of success is to be present. It's not managing the time, split your time 50% with the family, 50% with business. No, it's 100%. 100% with the family, 100% with the clients. That's one of the successful tips from multiple net six-figure income. Stacey Phan, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Stacey, for sharing.